Dive into summer with Vizcaya swimwear. Stylish, comfortable, unforgettable. Make a splash with Vizcaya swimwear. Discover your beauty with LadyCode Cosmetics. Bold colors, flawless finishes. Unleash your confidence with LadyCode. Hello and welcome back to Misrepresented. I'm your host, Lisa Opie, and I'm so excited because we are coming to you from Miami Swim Week, and I have Miss Mission USA, Erica Lee, who came from Iowa. So we had a crazy makeup class. We have a different backdrop today because we're in South Beach. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. We had a crazy day.
Yes, but very fun though.
So fun, very eventful. When did you get in?
I flew in yesterday, and I flew in about 3 o'clock yesterday. It was honestly really nice. The flight was easy. I didn't have any delays, and my bags all made it.
That's what matters.
Yes, so true.
So I'm really excited about your title because Miss Mission is a newer system, and I feel like our audience wants to learn more about it. So tell us all about Miss Mission USA.
Yeah, so Miss Mission is an organization that really focuses on helping women that have a specific mission or a specific goal or a platform they want to promote. So what I love about Miss Mission is it really provides an opportunity for women of all backgrounds, ages 18 to 34, married, unmarried, with children, divorced, without children. It's very, very diverse. And I love getting to meet just so many women of different backgrounds and promote what you're most passionate about.
Wow. So what's your mission?
My mission has to do with food insecurity. So focusing on helping really relieve hunger all throughout the world, just because I know, to me at least, it's a very important platform to me just because my dad grew up very food insecure. He lived in Vietnam for a long time. He was born there. And during the war, he said he experienced many days where they just didn't have any food, where him and his siblings just would go hungry for days.
Oh my gosh. Wow. And I'm just going over your bio, and I know that you're an art teacher and an artist, and I can kind of see that because you did your own makeup today, and it's incredible. So I know you have that talent. Tell me more about your art.
Yeah, so I've been drawing and painting since I was really, really little. I think the first photo evidence that my parents have of me drawing or making any sort of art was when I was 2 years old.
Wow.
But I didn't really get into more professional art until I was 12. I took my first studio class, and then I started selling artwork at the age of 12 too. So it just kind of blossomed from there. But I really focus on fine arts, so teaching kids how to draw and paint like Monet or Picasso. So it's not just arts and crafts. It's really cool. I'm teaching them very fundamental, basic drawing skills, so that way they can also become artists if they want to in the future.
What's your favorite medium?
Definitely oil painting.
Really?
Yes. It's kind of fun the way that I describe oil painting to people, just because I feel like people feel like it's very inaccessible. It is a very forgiving medium. It kind of reminds me a lot of sculpting, because you're sculpting in 2 dimensions where you're building paint on top of itself. You can change things. If you hate how the painting looks, you just paint over it and you redo a spot. It's just such a really fun medium to work with. And I'm so happy I had this opportunity to get to understand it and teach it to other people.
Wow, tell me about the last painting that you painted and
my
the inspiration behind it.
I have so many paintings that I've been working on. It's actually kind of funny because I fell out of touch a little bit with painting for a little while. It wasn't until this year that I really started getting back into doing my own artwork, just because I was really busy and I really wasn't making the time for it. And I was like, why am I not doing this? I love painting. I love drawing, right? I love showing my students my work, right? I should get back into it. But the thing that I started this week, actually, it's a picture. I have to show you sometime. It's really beautiful, but it's like a human face, like a regular girl's face, and then on the other half it's a zebra, and the zebra I'm painting in bright neon rainbow colors.
Oh my gosh. And tell me the story behind it.
It's really simple, honestly. I love zebras. That's my favorite animal. I just think they're so unique and cool, and I love the stripes and just the pattern, and they're just very funky animals. I just like the idea of zebras a lot. They remind me a lot of myself, maybe a little bit. But I also just love color and rainbows and the use of color. So the face is all in black and white, and the eye of the face is this beautiful rainbow color for the iris, and then the zebra itself is just all rainbow colors. It's just an idea that I've had since I was a kid, but never really
I feel like it's almost a representation of you, because before we started recording, we were talking about your mixed background.
Yes.
So now I'm wait, it's all kind of coming together.
It's all kind of got a little brand to it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I love that so much. And now I want to talk about Nourishing Our Neighbors and your advocacy.
Yeah. So Nourishing Our Neighbors, I started it officially I don't know exactly when I started it, but I officially gave it that name, I would say, in like 2024.
Okay.
20,
So you
23,
started the whole
24.
thing.
Yeah, so I started the whole thing. So
Oh my
Nourishing
gosh.
Our Neighbors essentially focuses on the importance of looking around in your neighborhood and basically knowing that like the people that need the most help, right, they could just be someone around the corner or your neighbor, right? So I think it's very important that as someone who's a part of a community, which we all are in a sense, right, we're responsible for helping to make sure that everyone is thriving and surviving in our community. So providing them with food or the means to eat, right? Because if you think about it, right, food is the foundation of everything for humanity, right? Everybody needs food to survive. That's the one thing we can all relate to very much so. And from there, right, as long as you're meeting that very first need, that basic need, then we can build up on and help with housing, with careers, right, with helping them succeed and thrive in life.
Wow. So Nourishing Our Neighbors is not only providing food, that's the foundation of it, but you're
Yeah.
also doing other things and providing more resources.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So I really partner. So my platform, I really partner with agencies in my local area. So I love working with an organization called HeyCap. So HeyCap owns a massive food reservoir. I go there every single week, and what I do is I help them pack orders for other local food organizations too, and food pantries in the area. So they deliver to all over Eastern Iowa. They supply pretty much all of like the TFAT foods for pretty much all of Eastern Iowa, which is crazy.
Wow.
Someday you'll have to check out the warehouse. It's incredible.
That sounds amazing. I just
fun.
want to help out. And speaking of that, how can our audience get involved? How can our community get involved?
Absolutely. I think the biggest way people can get involved in the easiest way is just going to your local food pantry, right? Most people in their communities have some sort of local food pantry in their area that provides to their community. So asking them, say, hey, do you need donations? Or hey, can I volunteer my time? And I think that's the most important thing to me. I'm very much a person that I love to donate my time to help cause, just because my time is the most valuable thing I can offer, right? It's the most valuable thing anybody can offer, just because to me, in my love language, that tells me that tells other people to me that you care about them and you want to see them succeed and thrive.
That's amazing. Oh
Thank
my
you.
gosh. I want to go now. I need to go to Iowa and hang out with you.
Come hang out with me. It's so much fun. You can hang out in the cornfields. We got
Yeah.
cool lakes.
Oh my gosh.
Lots and lots of fun stuff.
What are your future plans for Nourishing?
Oh my gosh. I would really, really love to be able to host like local food drives more often. And one of the things that I'm like really looking forward to with building up is reaching out and like going to schools and speaking to them about what I do for my mission, as well as just inspiring young people, right? And saying this is how you can help your community, right? Like it starts with us, right? It starts with the youth, reminding them that this is how they can help the people around them. And if they have a passion for service, right, and they can just go out and do it no matter what age they are.
What about people that need help, but they're scared to ask for help? What would you say to them?
Oh my goodness. I would tell them just not to be afraid. In the food pantry that I work in, so I work in the North Liberty food pantry, it's just right in my town. They always talk about the importance of just being kind to everybody and being very welcoming. So it's a no space, it's a no judgment space where anybody of any background can come. There's no questions asked, right? All you have to do is provide your name and address, and then you can come into the food pantry and you can take as much food as you want. You fill up, I see families every single week that fill up their carts full with everything that they need, and then they come back week after week. And it's just great because it just builds this trust and this connection within the community, and people feel safe coming there.
That's so important.
Yes.
So now I want to shift our focus over to pageants. So tell me about how you got involved in pageants. Was Miss Mission USA your first pageant?
It was not, actually. So I've been competing for about, I think, 6 years now.
Oh, wow.
I started as an adult, so I was 18. I remember my very first pageant. I had no idea what I was doing, but I had so much fun, and I realized that this was just something that I really enjoyed. I love telling the story. In my first pageant, this kind of makes me emotional because it was just such a wonderful moment, but I had really low self-esteem growing up. I think a lot of us pageant girls can kind of relate to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Just not feeling like I was enough, not feeling very worthy of anybody's time. And it really, and the funny thing was, I didn't go into my first pageant intending to come out being a much more confident woman or being proud of who I was or realizing how amazing I am. I went because I was just interested in just trying something new, right?
Really?
Yes. And I also was just interested because I wanted to get into modeling too. So I thought, pageant would be a great experience. I can learn some public speaking, right?
Yeah.
It was just all around. But I went to my first pageant. I had my hair and makeup done for the first time by a professional makeup artist. And I remember I looked in the mirror afterwards and I turned to my mom and I told her, I said, I look like Miss Universe. And I remember that was just a moment where I just felt very empowered as a
Wow.
woman. I had
Mhm.
never seen myself as something that was, as someone who's beautiful.
Wow.
And it just took that single moment, that moment I just looked in the mirror and I saw myself and I was like, wow, I really am beautiful. And it just brought me so much confidence and so much joy. And it's silly because, right, that was it seems like a very vain thing or maybe just very surface level. And it was at first, right? But just that one moment, it brought me so much confidence and so much empowerment that I was able to turn around and just kind of build off of that.
It really changes your life. I
It
feel like
did.
pageantries like build you up to be
Yes.
unstoppable. So tell me about how pageants turned you into the woman you are today.
Oh my gosh. Well, one of the things I was talking about with my mom recently, she talked about how, I own a business, right? I personally don't think I would have been able to own a business at 22 if I hadn't done pageants, because it really just brought me that confidence. I learned public speaking skills. I learned how to speak with people. And most importantly, though, compose myself, be confident and show other people that they can be confident in me as well as a business owner, because especially, I'm sure right? You have to really build yourself up and get to that point so that way people believe in you. And then you believe in yourself as well.
100%.
Yes.
So tell me about your experience competing at Miss Mission USA.
Oh my
Walk me through the
gosh.
whole pageant.
It was so much fun. Of course, right, when you go into any pageant, I had no idea what I was expecting, but I think the biggest thing that I loved was just my directors, Heather and Kat, are just amazing. Miss Heather, I love Miss Heather and Kat. They're so wonderful. They just made me feel so welcome. They were super communicative right from the get-go as soon as I signed up, and they were always updating us on things and, helping us if we had any questions or if we had any concerns. They were always just right there with us to help any way they could. But as soon as we got to the pageant week, right, I got to meet everybody. Everyone was super sweet. I loved my sister queens that I competed with that first year.
Oh my gosh.
We just really felt like a family. Like I really got to know every single girl there, and I left with so many more new friends. And it was just, we all just really had such a great experience. It was fantastic.
How long was it? How many days?
I think the first year, it was like 3 days.
Okay.
So it was like kind of short, but I felt like there was definitely, they did a good job. Like Heather and Kat did a really good job of filling the days up with stuff for us to do. Like,
well, they're both
shoots.
Like experienced pageant girls, so they know exactly what they're doing.
Exactly. That's the other thing that I love too, is that they're both experienced pageant.
Yeah, they've been in your shoes.
Right. They understand exactly what we've been through, and they want to give us the best experience, and they know how to do that. And that's the most important thing. Is sometimes when you go into pageants, right, and you have people that are directors, right, who may not have done pageants before, right, they don't always understand the contestant experience. Yeah. And that's what I love the most so much about this organization.
I love that. What's your favorite memory from your pageant?
Oh my
Other than winning, that's cheating.
Oh, that's cheating. Okay. I think the pajama parties. So we had like a late night rehearsal, like the night before the pageant. And I kept telling everybody, I was like, I'm going to wear my pajamas to this rehearsal.
Oh my gosh.
And it wasn't a pajama rehearsal, but I just kept like saying it over and over, and then I just magically manifested it, and so pretty much everyone showed up in their pajamas too.
I love that. That's so fun.
And so we just had like a little pajama rehearsal and slippers and everything. It was so fun. There might be a picture of me floating around with a cow, with my cow pajamas on somewhere.
That's so cute. I love that.
Yes.
So do you compete internationally? Is there a Miss Mission pageant?
So there is a Miss Mission International. Unfortunately, due to some circumstances, the pageant was canceled this year, but I'm really excited and hoping that the next girl will have the opportunity to compete, because the international organization, they have a YouTube video of the very first one, and it just looks like so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
Held in the Dominican Republic. They had so many like fantastic candidates from all over the world, and they did some really, really cool activities as well. So I'm a little bit sad I'm going to miss out on that, but I'm really excited for the next girl to have this opportunity.
And you're having an amazing year. Like you might as well be Miss International, because you're here at Swim Week, living your best life. What are you the most excited about here at Swim Week?
Oh my gosh, I think I'm just excited to network. Where I come from in Iowa, let me tell you, there's just not a lot going on in terms of like fashion and pageant and
I can imagine.
Just this type of industry. It just doesn't exist out there, and that's okay. I hope maybe someday it grows, but I'm just excited to be around other like-minded women. I'm excited to meet other models, industry professionals, and just see what this experience is like. I don't really know what I'm in for. I got like a little taste of it today, but I'm just excited to really live and like kind of soak in this entire week.
Yes, try to slow down, try to appreciate the moments.
Yes.
And I'm kind of telling myself this too, because I always forget to, enjoy it. I get so stressed out.
I do as well. And you know what? That's such an important reminder too, because
Yeah.
I do the exact same thing. But I know we're both going to have a fantastic week.
I can't wait. And I know
Yes.
I'll see you around for sure.
Absolutely.
So when is the next Miss Mission USA pageant?
So the next Miss Mission USA pageant is at the end of August. I believe, I can't remember the dates. It's the 21st through the 24th, I believe.
Okay, in Orlando?
In Orlando, yes.
Awesome.
So it'll be in Orlando again, back in
Yes.
Florida. And I'm excited because this year it'll be a little longer. So they've added in an extra day.
Mm-hmm.
So far I've looked at the schedule and there's lots of like really great opportunities. We're going to have some speakers coming in. I get to host a paint and sip class, which I'm so excited
I can't
about.
wait to see that.
I've never seen that at a pageant before, and I'm so happy Heather and Kat are giving me this like fun little thing to do for the contestants, because I want to get to know the girls more. I think this will be a really fun like icebreaker or a way for them to kind of just loosen up during the week. So
for the girls that have already signed up, I know they're watching this podcast because they want to know more about you.
Yeah.
So do you have a message for them or any advice?
I think the most important thing is to be present in the week. Come into pageant week with more than just the goal of winning, right? Either maybe it's make a new friend, maybe it's I'm going to kill my swimsuit walk on stage, or I'm going to learn something new, et cetera, right? Because if you just focus on that one goal of winning, right, I feel like it just takes away from your experience and you just don't enjoy it as much, right? Mm-hmm. I was able, because I had other goals besides winning that week, winning was probably like one of the lower items on my list. I just really wanted to go and just soak up this experience and meet girls, right? I just was so relaxed and I just had so much fun. And even the interview, like I get really nervous before an interview. I came out of that interview and I literally said that was the best interview I've ever had.
Why? Were the judges nice?
The judges were super nice, and I just felt I was myself.
Oh my
I was
gosh, that's
just
so
authentic,
important.
and that's so important.
What was one thing that stood out to you in your interview?
Oh, they asked me, okay, maybe I've talked about this earlier. They asked me about my fingers. So
that's my next question. Okay, so let's go into the last talking point. Okay, so story time. What happened to your finger?
Yes, so story time, my finger. So I don't know if maybe some of you know about this. Last year it was kind of iconic. So in my crowning photos, I'm wearing a bandage on this finger here. And I know I got a lot of questions about what the heck happened to your finger. Well, a week before competition, so this was like at the beginning of August, I was in my house. I was making lunch. I was being really cool. I was being a hot girl, making myself a healthy lunch. And I was cutting an avocado and I had it in my hand and I missed with the knife and I cut it at right here on the side and I started bleeding everywhere. There was blood all over the floor, all over the knife. It looked like a crime scene.
Oh my gosh. Wait, can I see your finger now?
Yeah. It's
oh, you have a little
I have a cute little scar now, but I ended up having to call my mom because my husband was not home at the time, and I was like, I'm bleeding out, and she's like, did you call an ambulance? I'm like, no, it didn't cut my finger off. I just need to take me to urgent care.
Oh my gosh.
She helped me get to urgent care. I was like about to pass out. They ended up gluing my finger back together with super glue, which was crazy.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, actually with super glue. It was really, really painful.
Oh my.
And then I went to competition. I was just like, hey, I got this bandage on my finger. His name is Steve,
His name is Steve? I thought that was a typo.
Yeah, no, I named it Steve because I was like, I know I'm going to have to live with this for the rest of my life. If I have to live with him, he's got to have a name.
Oh my gosh.
So I call him Steve. And my students, they often ask me about Steve. They're like, how's Steve doing? I'm like, he's fine. He's doing all right.
So how long did it take to fully recover?
Oh my goodness. I think about a month.
Wow.
So like the scar, so it finally like the full like cut finally healed up after like a full month. And then the scarring looked really crazy afterwards. I don't know if I got a picture of it, but like it was much more prominent of a bump.
Oh my gosh.
And then now it's just kind of like, it's just like a cute little bump on the side of my finger. It's like,
is it still Steve?
Yeah, he's still Steve. I still call him Steve. And then what's funny now though is I don't have like any feeling on the tip of my finger. Like I severed the nerve, like I cut it at an angle where I severed the nerves. So it's probably not going to go back to normal, but that's okay. I have a cute memory because of it. So
yeah, and you won the pageant.
I did.
So that's just the price you had to pay.
That's right. I won the pageant despite having a bandage on my finger, despite Steve. Steve was actually a highlight of the pageant, I would say.
Is there anything else you want to share with us before we go into this or that?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything. I loved answering all these questions.
I know,
you're
so
much
fun.
Fun.
Amazing. I'm like, I could yap forever, but I know we have a busy evening.
Yes,
so we're going to do this or that. The first one is painting or teaching art.
Definitely teaching art.
Really?
Yes. I love teaching art so much just because I get to like pass on a skill to my students that they might not get to learn. It's so unique to them.
Volunteering at a food pantry or hosting a fundraising gala.
Definitely volunteering. I'm a very active volunteer, and I really believe in like going out and doing things. So I just love volunteering. It's so much fun.
I love that.
Thank you.
Pageant prep or business planning?
Ooh, definitely pageant prep. I love pageants so much. They're like my favorite. Like I always call it a hobby, but it's kind of more like a lifestyle now.
It is totally a lifestyle.
It's totally a lifestyle. Like every day, like I'll be doing something pageant wise, whether that's like making a post, whether that's practicing interview or something. Like it literally just becomes a part of your life.
I love it. Portraits or abstracts?
Portraits.
Trying new food or exploring new cities?
Ooh, oh, that's such a good one. I love trying new foods, honestly. I'm a big foodie.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your sign?
My sign, I'm definitely a Scorpio.
Okay, I'm a Taurus.
Taurus, ooh.
But we're like all about food.
Yeah, we're all about food though. Like my dad, because of my Vietnamese background, I grew up like eating lots of really good food.
Yeah.
And it made me a very adventurous like eater. So whenever I go to new cities, I always love trying new things.
Oh my gosh, I love pho. That's like my favorite. I will never say no to pho.
No, neither will I. You have to come over to my house sometime because my dad makes killer homemade pho. It's so good.
Oh my gosh, I have to go eat.
Yes.
Telling Steve's story or keeping it a mystery?
Oh, telling Steve's story. I love telling people about Steve. I always love telling that story because it's just so funny.
I know. I love that you brought it up before I could even ask. Nourishing Our Neighbors or starting a new advocacy campaign? I know the answer to that one.
Nourishing Our Neighbors. Yeah. I love Nourishing Our Neighbors so much. And I'm going to continue to grow it. I can't wait.
Would you rather judge Miss Mission USA or compete in another pageant?
Oh, that's a really tough one. Here's the thing. I feel like I'd be a terrible judge because I just want to pick all the girls. We were at Miss Florida USA last night. I was like, can we just crown all of them, please? They're all wonderful.
That's exactly how I judge. I'm like, we need more crowns. Just get more crowns.
Just get more crowns. Like, everyone split the crown or have part of the sash. It's fine.
Yeah. Have you judged before?
I have judged in the past, and it's just so challenging.
I hate it.
It's super
I'm like,
hard.
I love all of you guys. Yeah, it's hard.
Right.
That wraps it up for us.
Okay.
So where can our audience follow your journey?
Please follow me at Miss Mission USA to see like the rest of my reign. I also have a personal pageant page. It's called Miss Erica Lee Pageant if you want to follow me personally, but definitely check out what I'm going to be up to on the Miss Mission page. I can't wait to be posting more about Swim Week. It's going to be so much fun.
So excited.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I had such a good time. You're fantastic, and you're just so stunning in person.
Wait, so are you. So are you.